Picture this. The lights go out, the cameras freeze, and suddenly you're face to face with the kind of scandal that makes even the most riotous reality TV reunion look like a calming church potluck. Yes, that kind of scandal. We're talking about Blueface and Chrisean Rock. Yes, them. The shock pairing, the media's favorite dumpster fire. And now, they're allegedly orchestrating a covert takeover of Zeus Network, the streaming empire built for chaos, drama, and people shouting for 15 minutes straight. Hold on to your popcorn. Because if you thought your last Netflix binge was wild, this story makes the Kardashians look like they're having afternoon tea with polite conversation. Behind the shiny cameras lies a labyrinth of contracts, secret meetings, betrayals, and whispers so loud they echo shadowy boardrooms. The press has barely scratched the surface. The dirt is bubbling. And right now, we're getting the leaks. So sit tight, lock your doors, or at least your browser tabs, because you're about to witness the unfiltered truth. Two celebrity tremors colliding with network power moves, creating a meltdown of epic proportions. One-liner, this is the story your timeline didn't warn you about. Get ready because the slides are falling, the scripts are rewriting themselves, and by the end of this, you'll be hooked. Betrayal, ambition, show business backfires. Welcome to the most explosive reveal of the year. The chaos didn't just start, it erupted. One minute, Zeus Network was flaunting its uncensored, unfiltered, unbothered empire like a crown made of diamonds. The next, Blueface and Chrisean Rock had turned that crown into a boomerang, and guess what? It's flying straight back at Zeus. This isn't just another celebrity breakup or an influencer tantrum. This is the nuclear version of reality TV imploding on itself. Imagine if the Kardashians suddenly leaked their entire production emails, or if Bravo decided to live stream its HR complaints. That's the energy here. High voltage, zero chill, and the receipts are on fire. Let's rewind, because to understand how we got here, you need to see the pattern. The red flags waving like it's halftime at a circus parade. Zeus Network has always been a magnet for the unfiltered, the chaotic, the emotionally combustible. It's where drama graduates from messy to biblical. They took reality TV, added a shot of adrenaline, and said, what if therapy didn't exist? Enter Chrisean Rock, the face, voice, and sometimes battle cry of that energy. Her relationship with Blueface was already a soap opera that refused to end. Every week, new clips dropped: fights, makeups, breakups, police visits, music videos, and the occasional car getting towed while someone's screaming in the background. It wasn't love. It was content. And Zeus saw dollar signs. Executives at the network reportedly saw Chrisean's volatility and Blueface's charisma as the perfect mix for Chaos TV gold. The result? Crazy in love? The name says it all, but nobody realized the crazy part wasn't just in the title. It was in the contracts, the filming conditions, and the behind-the-scenes power plays that would eventually detonate like a celebrity landmine. Behind the camera, things were far from glamorous. According to insiders, yes, those mysterious friends of production who always pop up when things go south, filming was a nightmare. Cast and crew described tension so thick you could slice it with Chrisean's acrylic nails. There were last-minute rewrites, screaming matches off camera, and scheduling chaos that would make even Bravo producers cry. And then came the whispers, pay disputes, manipulation, and forced scenes. Chrisean herself began hinting online that Zeus was playing games with her image, shaping her to look more villain than victim. Fans noticed edits that didn't match reality, like clips cut mid-fight or out-of-context scenes used to frame her as unstable. She went live one night, emotional, mascara running, voice trembling, claiming the network was holding her ID hostage and trying to make her fight when she didn't want to. Cue the internet explosion. Twitter turned into a courtroom. TikTok turned into CNN, Reddit turned into the FBI. Everyone had an opinion, and everyone thought they had the inside scoop. Meanwhile, Blueface was doing his usual brand of chaos management, tweeting cryptic lines like, "Don't bite the hand that fed you when you built the table." What does that even mean? Nobody knows, but it trended anyway. Some took it as a shot at Chrisean, others at Zeus, and a small corner of the internet thought it was a lyric from his next track. But behind that confusion, something deeper was brewing. Documents started leaking, unofficial, allegedly from the inside. One supposed contract addendum surfaced online, claiming Zeus held the right to reuse footage in perpetuity for dramatic enhancement. Translation? They could remix your worst moment forever if it sold subscriptions. This revelation turned fans from spectators to activists overnight. Hashtags like Blueface Chrisean, our boycott Zeus, and justice for the drama queen started trending. Think about it. The same viewers who had been tuning in for fights were now demanding accountability. It's like if WWE fans suddenly petitioned Congress for wrestler rights. Chrisean doubled down, posting proof that she hadn't been paid in full. Screenshots of text allegedly between her and production execs circulated like wildfire. In one, a person labeled producer Mike Mont allegedly said, "We can't air the reunion if you don't agree." To do the extra scene. Cue public. Outrage. Then came the turning point. The leak heard. Around the internet. Behind the scenes, clips surfaced of a supposed private argument between Chrisean and a Zeus executive. She's yelling about being treated like a product, and the voice on the other end says, "You signed up for entertainment, not sainthood." That one sentence flipped the internet upside down. Within hours, commentary channels across YouTube were screaming exploitation like it was a fire drill. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Blueface decided to step back in. Publicly. He went live and dropped a verbal grenade. Zeus think they run people's lives, but they forgot who made them relevant. They ain't gods, they greedy. Boom. Within minutes, Zeus's PR team scrambled like someone had set off the sprinklers. Statements were in the works. NDAs were being waved like holy scripture. But the damage was already viral. Insiders claimed the Zeus Takeover. Rumors started here. Whispers that Blueface and Chrisean were planning to expose the network's dirty laundry and maybe even build a rival platform. Imagine that. The same two people Zeus once used for views now threatening to outshine them with their own spotlight. The betrayal cut deep. Industry gossip said Zeus executives felt blindsided, like Frankenstein realizing the monster just got a TikTok sponsorship. Internal emails allegedly warned staff to prepare for reputational backlash. Fans didn't care. They wanted blood, metaphorically. Every new leak was dissected, re-uploaded, and monetized by commentary channels faster than you could say, exclusive source. Everyone wanted a piece of the scandal pie, and suddenly, Zeus Network was trending for all the wrong reasons. Even other Zeus stars got involved. Some quietly unfollowed the official account. Others dropped cryptic tweets like, "Energy shifts when truth hits." The rumor mill said producers were panicking, filming emergency scenes to distract from the chaos. You know it's bad when reality TV producers start producing reality about the reality. By now, the internet had split into factions. Team Chrisean, who saw her as a victim of exploitation. Team Zeus, who claimed she signed up for fame and got exactly what she bargained for. And Team Blueface, who just liked the drama and wanted a front row seat. But beneath all the hashtags, edits, and live reactions, one question kept echoing. What's really happening behind those locked studio doors? Because if the leaks were true, if Zeus Network really did withhold pay, manipulate footage, and coerce fights, then this wasn't just celebrity gossip. It was a blueprint for how streaming platforms exploit chaos for cash. And here's the kicker. Rumors swirled that Blueface and Chrisean had secretly recorded meetings, text chains, even private calls. Allegedly, supposedly, maybe. But the internet doesn't need confirmation, it needs fuel. In the court of public opinion, Zeus was guilty before it even opened its mouth. So there it was. The storm forming. A rapper, a reality queen, and a network built on controversy, all colliding in a perfect mess of greed, fame, and revenge. The leaks were multiplying, the fans were rioting, digitally, of course, and the executives were hiding behind statements that sounded like they'd been drafted by AI in a panic. What started as a simple show about love had mutated into a war for control, and no one could look away, and that's where things got really twisted, because the deeper the internet dug, the uglier the truth seemed. And this time, it wasn't just about contracts or cameras, it was about power. And power in Hollywood always comes with a price tag. Stay tuned, because in this scandal, every exclusive leak is another crack in the empire. And trust me, the cracks are spreading fast. Just when everyone thought this Zeus meltdown couldn't get any wilder, it did. Overnight, the internet went from casually sipping tea to doing full forensic analysis like it was the Watergate of reality TV. Screenshots, receipts, deleted tweets, the digital detectives were clocked in and caffeinated. Within 24 hours, hashtags like non-Zeus exposed, Blueface v Zeus, and the now iconic Free Chrisean took over every social feed known to humankind. Even Facebook aunties were posting memes of Chrisean holding a torch like she was leading a rebellion. One tweet said it best, "This isn't drama anymore. It's a documentary being filmed in real time. And baby, they weren't wrong." The first twist came when Zeus's official social account suddenly went silent. No posts, no press releases, not even a recycled new episode streaming now ad. You could practically hear the panic echoing through corporate group chats. Then, out of nowhere, an anonymous account dropped a thread titled, "Here's what Zeus doesn't want you to know." The thread read like a Netflix script. It claimed execs encouraged Blueface and Chrisean to keep the tension alive for ratings, that fights were staged, and that producers allegedly withheld pay to force dramatic returns. Whether true or not didn't matter. The internet decided it was gospel. Screenshots of blurred emails appeared, leaked audio circulated, and everyone suddenly had a friend who used to work at Zeus. Pop culture channels feasted. Commentary YouTubers uploaded faster than paparazzi at a courthouse. Thumbnails screamed, "Zeus Network caught lying!" Blueface's secret recording leaks? Chrisean Rock destroys Zeus with one post. Every creator wanted a piece. The thumbnails were bright, the fonts were screaming, and the revenue checks were smiling. The scandal wasn't just trending, it was paying bills. Then came the celebrity reactions. Cardi B tweeted, "Reality TV been messy, but this one feel different." Nicki Minaj commented under a gossip page, "They playing chess, not checkers." Even 50 Cent, professional internet instigator, reposted a meme of Blueface and Chrisean sitting on Zeus's throne with the caption, "When the inmates run the asylum." The internet lost its mind. Reddit threads became war zones. Fans argued like they were testifying under oath. Team Zeus loyalists claimed Chrisean was milking the chaos for sympathy. Team Blueface said he was finally standing up to the machine. The memes got so spicy, even Elon Musk's platform had to issue sensitive content warnings. Meanwhile, inside Zeus HQ, pure meltdown. Reports say the legal department was working overtime drafting NDAs, cease and desist letters, and what one insider called social media gag orders. But it was too late. The moment you try to silence the internet grabs a megaphone. One clip resurfaced, a behind-the-scenes moment of Chrisean walking off set saying, "I'm not your storyline." That became the slogan of the movement. People printed it on t-shirts, put it in bios, even made remixes out of it. The phrase hit harder than a diss track. And Blueface? Oh, he didn't stay quiet for long. He dropped an Instagram live with the subtle caption, "You can't control chaos if you made it." During the live, he grinned, puffed a cigar, and said, "They thought they could own us. Nah, we own the narrative." The live racked up 500,000 viewers in under 10 minutes. Every word he said spawned 100 reaction videos. But hold up. Plot twist number 2. Zeus's founder, Lemuel Plummer, finally responded, posting a long statement about misinformation, contracts, and creative integrity. But the problem? The tone was colder than a refrigerator in Antarctica. He basically said, they knew what they signed up for. The backlash was immediate. Comment sections filled with popcorn emojis and eye rolls. One user wrote, "Imagine blaming the people who made you relevant. Classic villain move." Even former Zeus cast members started chiming in. One claimed she'd been pressured into fights. Another alleged they had mental health breakdowns on camera that were edited into entertainment. Suddenly, this wasn't just about Blueface and Chrisean, it was about the entire network's ethics. And then the unthinkable happened. Someone leaked what appeared to be a production group chat screenshot. In it, execs allegedly joked about how the chaos sells. One message read, "The worse they act, the better our numbers." That image alone blew up the timeline. Whether it was real or fabricated, no one cared. The narrative was set. Zeus exploited its stars. Memes rolled in like tidal waves. One viral post showed the Zeus logo on the Titanic, with Blueface and Chrisean sailing away in a lifeboat labeled Revenge. Another showed Zeus execs running from a burning mansion while TikTokers yelled, "Drop the contracts!" Every twist fed the beast. Commentary channels began digging deeper, looking into Zeus's financials, old lawsuits, former staff. Even mainstream outlets started covering it. When TMZ and Rolling Stone joined the party, you know it's officially real news now. Zeus attempted damage control by teasing new programming to shift attention. But the internet wasn't buying it. Viewers flooded the comments with clown emojis and demands for transparency. "Where's the money, Lemuel?" became the unofficial slogan of the week. Meanwhile, Chrisean doubled down. She started dropping cryptic quotes like, "You can't bury truth when it's already trending," and "My contract didn't say soul included." Her feed looked like a trailer for a conspiracy docuseries, moody captions, dim lighting, and half smiles. Fans called it her redemption arc, and just when you thought the digital circus had peaked, boom! Blueface dropped a new freestyle on SoundCloud titled "Executive Lies." The lyrics, let's just say they didn't need decoding. Bars like, "Network made me fight my lover, now I'm fighting for my life, and paperwork thicker than my lawyer's pride" turned into instant TikTok sound bites. It charted overnight, not because it was good, but because it was controversial. That freestyle reignited the flames. Hashtags retrended. Reaction videos multiplied, and Zeus? Their silence grew louder. Now here's where it gets deliciously conspiratorial. Rumors surfaced that Zeus offered hush money. Multiple outlets alleged select cast members were given exclusive bonuses to stay quiet online. A few suddenly deleted their critical posts. Coincidence? The internet said no. Screenshots were saved faster than you can say lawsuit. At this point, the entire debacle resembled a 3-season thriller unfolding in real time. Fans didn't just watch the scandal, they participated. Viewers became whistleblowers. Viewers became investigators. Some even claimed to have hacked metadata on leaked footage. Whether true or not, it fueled the madness. The chaos even bled into other networks. Competing platforms shaded Zeus subtly. One reality streamer tweeted, "We film real life, not edited trauma." Ouch! And while Zeus's stock in public opinion free fell, Blueface and Chrisean's influence exploded. Their followers skyrocketed. Even brands that normally run from controversy were sniffing around for endorsement deals, hoping to tap into the viral storm. It became clear this wasn't just a scandal. It was a power shift. Blueface and Chrisean weren't losing control, they were reclaiming it. By going public, they turned themselves from pawns into players. And the internet crowned them the unofficial chaos CEOs. By the end of the week, Zeus Network's reputation was wobbling like a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Executives were sweating, PR teams were praying, and fans? They were refreshing feeds, waiting for the next explosion. This was no longer about one show. This was about exposing a system. But hold that thought, because the aftershock hits even harder. In the next act, relationships crumble, reputations burn, and reality TV, as we know it, starts to unravel. And if you think the fire's out, trust me, we're only standing in the smoke. By the time the dust started to settle, there wasn't a single soul in Hollywood who didn't have an opinion. Publicists were running on caffeine and fear. Zeus Network's executives were holding emergency Zoom calls like a church revival. And Blueface and Chrisean Rock? They were walking through the wreckage like two supervillains who accidentally saved the world while blowing it up. The internet wasn't watching a scandal anymore. It was watching a cultural autopsy. Every influencer, podcaster, and celebrity gossip page dissected what went wrong. The verdict was unanimous. Zeus Network had built an empire on chaos, but they forgot chaos doesn't stay loyal. You can't sell madness and expect peace. You can't feed wolves and expect cuddles, and right now, the wolves were eating good. The first signs of true collapse came when Zeus tried to apologize. In an act of corporate desperation, the network dropped a polished, overly scripted statement. "We value all talent and are deeply committed to creating content that reflects their authentic stories." Authentic stories? The internet laughed like hyenas. Within minutes, quote tweets roasted the statement to ashes. One viral reply read, "Authentic? Bro, y'all edited tears into explosions." Another said, "Zeus calling itself authentic is like McDonald's saying they serve organic kale smoothies." Sponsors started ghosting faster than bad Tinder dates. Beauty brands pulled ads, music labels paused partnerships, and insiders leaked that even cameramen were quietly jumping ship. You know it's bad when the people holding the boom mic start unfollowing the official account. And as the corporate tower crumbled, Blueface and Chrisean played the game like pros. Instead of hiding, they doubled down. They took control of the narrative, launching joint live streams, teasing their own network, and dropping videos titled, "We Own Our Chaos Now." Fans called it poetic justice. The very couple Zeus tried to monetize had turned themselves into the brand. Every live stream they did felt like a confession. Sermon and roast session all rolled into one. Blueface laughed off the scandal, saying, "They thought we were puppets. Joke's on them. We built the strings." Chrisean, in one iconic moment, looked straight into the camera and said, "They can't cancel what they didn't create." The internet erupted. The clip was shared across every platform like a digital war cry. Within a week, "They can't cancel what they didn't create" became the new rebellion slogan. Printed on hoodies, blasted in TikToks, even sampled in remixes. Zeus Network was now the villain of its own story, but the fallout wasn't just online. Real-life consequences started to hit. Reports surfaced that several former cast members were exploring lawsuits, alleging unethical work conditions and psychological harm. Others claimed the network withheld pay or used their likeness in promotional material without consent. TMZ ran with it. Rolling Stone ran with it. Even CNN flirted with the story like, "This is trash TV, but the ratings are gold." And while Zeus fought to keep its legal walls standing, fans were tearing down its digital walls. Subscriptions reportedly plummeted. Review pages flooded with one-star ratings titled "Cancel the Circus." Meanwhile, the Chrisean and Blueface redemption tour was in full swing. They appeared on podcasts, told their side, and hinted at exposing unreleased footage. Every appearance was strategic chaos. Emotional, fiery, viral. They didn't need PR managers anymore. They had the internet. But here's where it gets darker. Rumors began circulating that Zeus executives were attempting damage control through intimidation. Several influencers claimed they received legal threats for sharing leaks. Others alleged offers of hush payments to redirect the narrative. It was like watching the Titanic hand out coupons for new lifeboats. Too little, too late. Every attempt to silence made the scandal louder. And when a former Zeus editor anonymously posted, "If people knew what got cut out, the internet would implode," the speculation reached nuclear levels. Suddenly, every viewer became an investigator again. Threads, exposés, conspiracy TikToks. It was Chaos 2.0. Some users even tracked alleged deleted footage through cloud timestamps. True or not, it didn't matter. Perception had already declared Zeus guilty. The psychological effect on public perception was massive. For years, audiences consumed Zeus's brand of drama with guilty pleasure. But now guilt outweighed pleasure. Fans weren't just watching, they were reflecting. "I used to laugh," one viral post read. "Now I feel like I was watching people break on camera." And that right there was the end game. When your audience starts questioning their own entertainment, your empire's foundation cracks. Zeus Network became the new cautionary tale of the digital age, a modern Roman Colosseum where gladiators finally turned on the emperor. Even Hollywood started taking notes. Competing networks subtly began promoting ethical reality programming, dropping words like mental health, safe spaces, and non-toxic drama. You know it's serious when execs start using therapy terms to sell shows. But amid the chaos, Blueface and Chrisean's dynamic shifted too. Away from the ring of Zeus, their relationship became surprisingly quiet. Fans noted fewer arguments, fewer breakdowns, more control. Some claimed it was a PR act. Others said it was proof they were finally free. Whatever it was, it worked. They went from the internet's most dysfunctional couple to its most unpredictable success story. Now, let's talk impact, because this wasn't just a scandal, it was a blueprint. The Zeus fallout showed every celebrity, influencer, and content creator one brutal truth: control your content, or someone else will control you. It also forced fans to confront their role in the machine. People realized that clicks, views, and subscriptions were fueling exploitation. Watching became complicity. The guilt hit like a plot twist no one wanted, and in the ashes of Zeus's chaos, a new wave of creator independence rose. Small streaming platforms popped up promising transparency. Stars started using YouTube, Patreon, and OnlyFans to directly connect with fans. No producers, no manipulation, no middlemen. The revolution was born out of Zeus's implosion. But don't mistake this for a happy ending. In true Hollywood fashion, no one walks away clean. Blueface still faced scrutiny for past controversies. Chrisean still battled public perception and emotional scars. And Zeus? The network's name became synonymous with exploitation. Every time they tried to rebrand, the internet screamed, "Never forget." And the wildest part? Despite everything, the lawsuits, the leaks, the downfall, Zeus's old clips still rack up millions of views. Because chaos is addictive. Because audiences can't look away. Because humans love a good train wreck. Especially when it's in 4K. So where are we now? Blueface and Chrisean hint at a new series, independently produced. Rumors swirl that Netflix might even be sniffing around. ready to polish the chaos into something more palatable. Zeus Network, meanwhile, sits like a ghost ship, lights flickering, PR interns on life support, execs whispering, "It's fine," while deleting old tweets. The saga proved one thing above all: when you build your empire on drama, don't be surprised when the drama burns it down. Zeus tried to bury this scandal, but Blueface and Chrisean didn't just dig it up. They planted a flag, went live, and sold tickets. In the end, maybe they didn't take over Zeus. Maybe they became Zeus 2.0, the Chaos Reborn, but this time owned by the Chaos creators themselves. The irony? Zeus tried to script the drama, and the drama wrote them out of the story. And if you listen closely, somewhere in the distance, you can almost hear the faint echo of Zeus's slogan, "Uncensored, unfiltered." Yeah, uncensored right into the grave. And there it is. The empire, the explosion, and the aftermath. Zeus Network tried to play God, and Blueface and Chrisean Rock said, "Cool story, but we're the ones holding the lightning. If your jaw's still somewhere on the floor, don't even bother picking it up. You'll need it again for the next scandal." Because on Celeb Aura, the drama doesn't end. It just changes outfits and starts a new season. So before you disappear to tweet about how Hollywood's officially lost it, do the only thing that actually matters right now. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Go ahead, hit it like Zeus hit its own credibility. Then subscribe so hard your phone files for workers' comp. Turn on that notification bell. Because the next time a celebrity meltdown hits the internet, we'll already have the receipts, the tea, and the sarcasm locked, loaded, and caffeinated. Drop your theories in the comments right now. I want to see chaos. Do you think Blueface and Chrisean played 4D chess and beat Zeus at its own game? Or are they still part of a bigger Hollywood circus we haven't even peeked behind yet? Don't hold back. This channel runs on wild opinions and dangerous speculation. Because here on Celeb Aura, we don't whisper gossip, we detonate it. We don't sip tea. We pour it over the firewall and set the internet ablaze. So buckle up, stay loud, and keep your notifications on. Because in this world of celebrity secrets, the truth doesn't just come out, it leaks, trends, and goes viral. This is Celeb Aura, where the fame is fake, the mess is real, and the next scandal's already knocking. Stay nosy, stay savage, and I'll see you in the next storm.